Alright, hello everyone. I'm looking at how screwed up my hair is. I seriously don't even care. I know there's hair going crazy back here. This is all fucked up. I don't care. Welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, August 3rd, 2014. I'm Darkside Phil, and it's been a crazy busy week. We've got another week coming up with some great new content for you guys that I hope you're going to enjoy. Not only gaming related, but also vlog related, some special vlogging stuff that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Guys and gals, of course. So let's get to the skinny of it, alright? As you guys know, over the course of this week, I have been playing two games. Two games, one of which a lot of people have wanted to see me play for years. Another one that was a remastering of my Game of the Year for 2013. And I was really dying to actually play it again. Even though I knew it was the same game, I wanted to experience the game in full 1080p 60 frames per second. So the games are, obviously, Jak 2 HD and also The Last of Us Remastered. Now, if you've been watching my content this week, you know I didn't beat either game. In fact, if you actually look at the playthroughs, I'd say I'm probably a little bit over halfway through each of those games, alright? And so you might be saying to yourself, well, how is he going to tackle these games? Is he going to complete them this week? What's he going to do once he finishes those games? What else is coming up this week? Alright, well, let's get to it. But before we get to any of that, I have an exciting announcement for you guys. At least for me, it's exciting. I hope that you guys will also find it exciting. Is that this today, over the course of my stream earlier today, which I titled Saucy Street Fighter Sunday, I created a homemade batch of my famous family recipe pasta sauce and homemade meatballs. And I am here to tell you that after 4.5 to 5 hours of cooking and work, it is done and it is delicious. Alright? Now, people were saying, Phil, when you eventually do that, are you going to vlog it? And the answer is yes, we did. We actually recorded several vlogs along the course of the process. And at the end of the process, we even filmed the meal and then the final product of how much was left over. And it's all vlogged and recorded and ready to go. But, being that today we already had the weekend preview, I wanted to not just upload that willy-nilly. I think that's going to be going live gradually over the course of this week on my YouTube gaming channel, my YouTube vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, okay? So if you're interested in the vlogs and you want to actually see, you know, gee, how did that work out with Phil doing that kind of stuff, definitely check that out this week. By the way, I just realized I'm recording this in 720p, not 1080p. That was a mistake. I know I've been recording my vlogs in 1080p, but this week I was doing Jak 2, which, when I did it in 1080p, was making my computer lag up. So I've been doing it in 720p, but now I forgot to change the settings. So I apologize, everyone. This isn't as high resolution as it's been recently. But after I beat Jak 2, things should go back to normal, okay? Anyway, sorry about that. I sidetracked a little bit. While I was cooking that sauce, I was also streaming a new gameplay stream of Ultra Street Fighter 4, and this week's character selections were Hakan and Rolento. And I had a lot of fun playing, a lot of rage playing. This week in particular, I have to say I was frustrated because, alright, last week I'm playing with Akuma, and I don't really know that much about him in this version. I knew about him in vanilla, I played him in vanilla. I don't know about his tweaks, his changes, what combos work, what don't work, what are his matchups. I don't know any of that in Ultra Street Fighter 4. But Hakan? I know Hakan. I've played with him in multiple versions of the game. Yes, he's a little bit better in this one, but I was pissed because there were certain situations where waiting the whole round for someone to jump on me, they jump on me, I do the ultra, don't get it. And I would just go fucking nuts, ripping pissed about online play and how it drops your fucking inputs because that shit would not happen offline. So there's a lot of rage in these videos. At the same time, I actually did much better this week than I did last week. There were actually some people who I beat so bad they rage quit. I got multiple perfects. With Rolento in particular, I had some really, really good matchups that were close and down to the wire. Some I won, some I didn't win. So in particular, the level of gameplay this week I feel was elevated versus the level of gameplay from last week in Ultra Street Fighter 4. So I've already uploaded 10 videos from each character onto my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming. Excuse me. Over the course of the next several days, I'll be uploading the rest of those videos to DSP Gaming. But this is a new thing. This is something that I enabled this past week, and I want to let everyone know about it now officially in a vlog, is that Twitch TV has a new feature. They just implemented it a couple weeks ago, and I didn't know about it until this week. If you are a paid subscriber of mine on Twitch TV, meaning if you've subscribed to the Dark Side Phil channel on Twitch TV, it is a $5 a month charge, you will now instantly get access to all of my streams on demand in the full 1080p quality and the full 60 frames per second for games that support it. So a perfect example, Ultra Street Fighter 4 looks great when I play it on stream. 60 frames per second in that game looks so fluid and amazing. It's so much better than watching the videos just 30 frames per second on YouTube because it literally cuts out half the animation. You can have access to that if you do become a paid subscriber on Twitch TV. In addition, also, The Last of Us playthrough that I'm doing right now that runs at 60 frames per second, you'll have access to the better quality footage. Now keep in mind, in the future, YouTube is supposed to upgrade to 60 frames per second, and when they do, then all my videos will be like that on YouTube. But for now, if you want to get that quality, you have to become a paid subscriber on Twitch, okay? Okay, so Ultra Street Fighter 4, Saucy Street Fighter Sunday was a smashing success. You'll see both the fighting game footage and the vlogs of the sauce making over the course of this week on my respective channels, okay? Tonight, unfortunately, there will not be any new gameplay after this video on stream. I will not be uploading any new gameplay on stream after this video, simply because I don't have time. It's already almost 7 p.m. my time, which is, what, 10 p.m. East Coast time. The sauce making took longer than I expected. Now that I know how long it takes, I'll be able to appropriate enough time for next time around, but there's no second gaming stream today, okay? So, for those of you who might be saying, oh, but Phil said that he was probably going to play The Last of Us tonight, don't worry, I'm about to talk about Monday, all right? But I want to let everyone know what will happen tonight is after I finish this stream right now, I'm going to upload this video to the King of Hate Vlogs, and then I am going to upload the remaining Jak 2 footage. There is 12 videos left that I have not yet uploaded. I'm going to upload them overnight, so you will have the chance before I stream tomorrow to watch those videos and get caught up with the playthrough before I resume tomorrow, alright? Now, let's talk turkey about tomorrow. Well, as you guys know, I'm in the middle of 2 playthroughs. I'm not going to start a new game when I'm in the middle of 2 others. So first stream tomorrow will be The Last of Us Remastered, because I am making up for not doing it tonight. I'm making it my first stream tomorrow. Second stream tomorrow will be Jak 2, alright? On Tuesday, I actually have someone scheduled from a furnace company to come out here and look at my furnace. Now, if they come out in time, they're supposed to come around 10 a.m. If they show up on time, I don't foresee them taking more than an hour or two to be here and doing that maintenance on the furnace. It should be done by, say, noonish, and hopefully we'll be able to stream on time. However, if this guy shows up late, there's nothing I can do about that on Tuesday. It's going to all depend on when the furnace maintenance people come, okay? So anyway, what's going to be on Tuesday? Well, again, it's going to be the continuations of The Last of Us and Jak 2. It all depends on how far I am in each game, etc., etc. So you're going to see those games going on during the course of this week. Now, in the case that I beat one or both of them this week, you might say to yourself, Phil, what's next on the agenda? What's the next games that you're going to be playing? You mentioned a bunch. You've given us a bunch of candidates, but you never nailed it down and said you'd definitively be playing one over the other, okay? Well, here's the thing. I weighed it out in my head, and I said, what kind of games am I playing right now versus what kind of games are on the possibilities list, let's put it that way. And there's a few things that I've been thinking about, okay? And in particular, here are the 2 games that I want to play next. So get ready, everyone. The 2 games that I want to play next, in no particular order, are Devil May Cry 3 HD, which everyone told me is the best Devil May Cry game in the series, and I should have played it, and I never did because I skipped over it. And I want to play this game that everyone's still talking about for like a month. Everyone's been a buzz about this game ever since I moved to Washington. Phil, are you playing it? Phil, when will you check it out? Phil. And I just haven't had a chance to get around to it. The name of the game is Divinity Original Sin for the PC. So, I want to check out both of those games. The question that I pose to you, the viewer, is which game should I start first? Let's say that I beat The Last of Us on Wednesday. Great. So I'm going to start the new game. What should I start first? Divinity or Devil May Cry 3? Alright? And that's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Which one first? And then, obviously, when I beat, let's say, The Last of Us first, and I play whatever, let's say it's Devil May Cry, And then, obviously, when I beat Jack 2, then I'll start playing Divinity, and that's going to be the games to carry us into the next week, all right? That's the general consensus. Every night, as you guys know, I'll update the schedule on the website so you know what's streaming when, but that is the general games that are going to be played this week, okay? Okay, excuse me. Now, so I need your input. Leave your input on that in the comments of the video, on Twitter, all those places where you can reach me, email, tell me what I should play first and why, okay? And I'll be announcing that later this week. This Thursday is the return of Hate Live after a 1-week hiatus. It's coming back, and this Thursday, I promise you, this Thursday there will be a Back in the Day segment. Yes, it is returning. I will have a Back in the Day segment this time around, and it will be in particular about Evolution 2006, my road to Evo 2006, and all the roadblocks and stuff that I went through. We'll talk all about that come this Thursday on Hate Live, my second stream, which starts roughly between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern Time is when that will start, okay? So that's going to be my podcast. That'll be fun. We'll talk about any gaming news. We'll talk about what's going on with me, what's catching up on a lot of different things, and all kinds of stuff. And, of course, Back in the Day, it'll be great. Hate Live this Thursday. Okay. You may be saying to yourself, what is going on with John Rambo? Because we haven't heard from him now in over a month. He has not been around. If you remember correctly, our plan was that once I moved out here and all my equipment was out here, that he and I were going to resume our shows. We were going to resume our wrestling commentary show, Smart Guys, and it was just going to be over the internet rather than in person on the couch, right? And we were also going to start a new show where we shoot the shit and we catch up on stuff and we just have a lot of fun talking like we used to do in person. Now we were going to do it over the internet in a new podcast. Well, John's been incredibly busy. If you've been watching the Weekend Preview, you know all about this. John, basically between his job that he gets paid for, you know, and working on Schnozman and Hole Punch, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't even done his own podcast. So it's not like he's skipping out on me, you know. He hasn't done his own thing in a tremendously long time. Now, he's actually said that this week he is going to be doing his podcast. It's resuming. And he's hoping that if everything goes right with this Schnozman and Hole Punch project, that it's done this week, then there's a possibility that by the end of this week he may be able to do the shows with me again. I have not talked to him personally this week. I'm going to call him this week and find out what is going on, all right? Once I get the skinny on what's going on, I'm going to let you know. If John is available to do stuff this weekend, then this Saturday there will be no gameplay streamed. Instead, it's going to be him and I doing Smart Guys, and then him and I doing our new show, or vice versa. We don't know the order yet. We don't know exactly how it's going to work. What I would say is, for those of you who are fans of John and I, who loved our co-op back, you know, what we used to do in person, and you really like it when we do stuff together, and you're good at fan art, we'd really like you to maybe set up some kind of a template in which we could actually do things such as, you know, I'll put his head here, my head here via Skype, and we can talk in this template, similar to, you know, how John might do on his podcast, The Show, but something that's more, you know, in particular in reference to John and I. If we could get a couple pieces of art, logos, ideas for the names of the show, because right now I don't know what the hell we would even call it. You know, get the juices, the creative juices flowing, and send me some stuff via Twitter. Shoot it to darksidephil@hotmail.com. Let me know what you think. And hopefully, we'll be in the next 2 weeks when the show starts, we'll have a name for it. We'll have some templates and stuff going for it, and we'll actually be able to set that up, okay? What else? So, I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know during the course of the week what's going on with that. If John is available, great. We'll do those 2 shows. Probably just doing those 2 shows is going to take a few hours, like 3 to 4 hours, right? And then that'll be my 1 stream for Saturday. As you guys know, I'm only doing 1 stream on Saturday, okay? And the second half of Saturday, I'm going to have off to spend time with Leanna. This Sunday, yes, there'll be more Street Fighter. It's going to be similar to this week, only I don't have to stir the sauce this time around because I just made so much of it that it's several meals worth. So no sauce this Sunday, but there will be more Street Fighter this Sunday. Think about what characters you guys want to see me play with next week, because it's really coming down to the point where maybe another 2 to 4 more characters, and that's going to be it. Those are going to be the ones that I focus on in my repertoire. And I can already tell you, Akuma's probably out because I didn't do very well with him, and I don't think I'm up to snuff with him. Rolento's probably in. Zangief is probably in. Hakan's probably an iffy character. I may play with him with some, but he won't be a main focus of mine. So for the next couple of weeks, please pick another couple characters you'd really like to see me try out, and depending on how I do with them, I may or may not pick them up as characters that I play with in the long run, okay? Alright, so, here's the deal, let's summarize. Tonight, no new gameplay, but the conclusion of the Jack footage to get you caught up for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the continuation of The Last of Us on first stream, Jack 2 on second stream. That continues all week until I start beating them. When I beat one, I'm either going to start Devil May Cry 3 or Divinity Original Sin. When I beat the other one, I'll start the other one, okay? But I'd like your input as to which one I should start first. So again, comments on the video, Twitter, etc. Send all that to me, email, so I know what you want to see first, and I'll decide what I'm going to play based off of your recommendations, alright? This Thursday, Hate Live returns. It's going to be a good one, talking about game stuff, all this gaming news that's happened, what's been going on with me, etc. A Back in the Day segment about Evolution 2006 and my experience with that tournament, okay? And this Saturday, the possibility of John Rambo returning, but no promise. I will let you know during the course of the week as I talk to John what he says about it, and we'll go from there. If not, if there's no Rambo, well, it'll just be continuing with a playthrough then. Sunday, more Ultra Street Fighter 4 on first stream. We can preview second stream, and then depending on how late it is, see if there's time for gameplay after that, alright? So that's the plan for this week. Finishing up 2, starting 2 new ones, Hate Live, possibly Rambo. I know it's a filler week, guys. Listen, I'm 100% not stupid, and I know that this is going to be a week where a lot of people say, listen, this is all downtime stuff Phil's doing, I don't really care about it, and they're going to move on or skip out on it. In a few weeks' time, things will pick up with Tales of Exilia 2, and in the week after that with the big releases then, and all the way through the hardcore gaming season. But thanks for hanging in there, thanks for sticking with me and watching the content in a time when it looks like there's a dry spell during the summer. We'll be up to snuff with new content in a few weeks' time, but until then, I'll do my best to entertain you when there's really nothing new going on. Alright, everyone? Thanks a lot for being here for the weekend preview, whether if it was on Twitch TV or on YouTube. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream for new gameplay. I'll see you then. Peace out. Bye-bye.